All right, Capricorn, welcome to your monthly Sidereal Astrology forecast for December of 2015. My name is Athen, and this is for Sidereal Astrology, very different from mainstream astrology, which you can find more about down below. All right, Capricorn, so another transformative month, at least these first couple of weeks, when we've got Mars forming a T-square up to Pluto and Uranus. And then after this, we have some easier aspects. Venus goes into Libra, still transformations with Pluto and Mercury, which I'll talk about. The sun goes into Sagittarius, and we have a full moon in Gemini on the 25th. So let's go ahead and break this down. Now, this is very general. For a more specific look, do check your weekly forecast where I go into more specific detail of this and also cover some of the other aspects that are minor in nature. So this is just a general look at the month here. And, check your personal charts too. It's very important not to read too much into these collective energies. What's most important is what's going on personally in your natal charts and also how we handle these transits. So let's go ahead and get into this. I'll highlight the best constructive ways of working with these transits these first couple weeks and the shift in the second half. So from the 1st to the 5th, you still got your ruler Saturn squaring up to Neptune. This has been the uncertainty and doubt about perhaps the future unfoldments of things. But it's not going to be nearly as strong as it was in November because this aspect will have already gone exact these first 5 days, so it's waning. But it's still very constructive to have that constructive approach to the community stuff, the organizational stuff, which again might be unknown or uncertain at the moment, as well as the financial or material stuff, which has been perhaps uncertain over the past many years and requiring that faith and trust, but building that, constructively working on that part of your chart here for these next couple months, specifically from the 1st to the 5th, is a great way of working with this transit. But again, it requires hard work in both, and it does require faith in both, and in that way, it can be very fruitful in the long term. So that's going to be these first 5 days, and then from the 5th to the 8th, Mars does square up to Pluto. So there is this, specific emphasis with Pluto these 3 days here. So the key with this is all about non-attachment. Pluto is about anywhere we're overly attached, we're expecting a specific outcome in a particular thing. Pluto comes in to remind us that there's change, there's things outside of our control, and to strip away all those sort of ego attachments so that we can enjoy these things much clearer and we can have more space in our life and more of that compassion and space for new things to come in. So this is specifically involving your 9th house of everything philosophical, which I think lately you might be putting extra energy into with Mars here, which is good. Anything that involves travel, adventure, nature, anything that opens your horizons, lots of that exciting energy. But be open to change here. Be open with that. Be open to changing your philosophical outlook. Be open to changing your view of life, very much in general. The life path, things like that will be an emphasis these couple days, but mostly just, generally these first 2 weeks. Now, Mars does rule your 4th house and your 11th house, so you could expect a change with home and family, at least your perspective there, maybe with health, a very good time to work constructively in those areas, as well as those group things, since Mars does rule that 11th. So anything organizational, group related, be willing to strip away any old concepts, any old belief systems, to make way for these new beginnings. And through that, the transformation can certainly be constructive. So that's going to be those couple days. And then specifically from the 9th through the 12th, Mars does oppose up to Uranus. So there is this sort of wanting to break free, wanting to have freedom, maybe with the adventure stuff, maybe with your communications. So keep everything nice and grounded. There is something here from Uranus in the 3rd sort of signaling you to have more freedom with your communications, to have more freedom with your mind and your viewpoints and things. But watch going to any extremes, as it often is the case. And again, this is involving the home and family stuff and maybe even organizational stuff as well, maybe wanting to break free in those areas. But keep it nice and grounded, and then it can be very constructive. And you can bring in, there's something there. There's some freedom needed to be brought into those areas in some regards. So that's going to be the key with these squaring energies. And one thing too is, Pluto's in your 12th house. A lot of things are changing with you in the deep level, subconscious, unconscious, spiritual level, and have been for many years. And, this workings of your communications is so that you can really express and be your true self when it comes to your social and, communicative aspects of things. But this month, taking it slow, watching any impatience, and non-attachment, non-ego attachment, and constructively working on these areas I mentioned is going to be the key. Now, as a sort of gap in this, which is quite nice, Mercury does shift into Sagittarius, so this is your 12th house. So I think naturally, this is where it starts to become more of an emphasis in terms of you getting rest, relaxation this month, and going into January, as it often is with the Sun and Mercury usually close by here in this 12th of yours. So that rest, relaxation, that connection to God, that meditation, that prayer, things like that, I think you can learn a lot through those particular areas. Maybe even listening to your dream space and your intuition could be quite high this month. Now, from the 10th to the 11th, Venus does trine up to Neptune. So this could be quite good for your self-expression, a little bit of a support here when it comes to the playful, creative, lighthearted energies of life, your hobbies, that kind of thing. So quite nice there. Also with career, could be good. Maybe seeing the flow and trust sort of unfolding in those particular areas, as well as, again, that adventurous avenue of life, seeing the serendipitousness of that area and the importance of that. Now on the 11th, we do have a new moon, and that's going to be in your 11th house. So now there's new beginnings shaping up over the next 2 weeks and 6 months, involving those organizations, those group, those ideals, whatever it is that you're grounding and taking very seriously now with your ruler in that 11th. So it's all about planting seeds here around this time period, around the 11th, and try new things, experiment with it. And then as the month unfolds and as the next few months unfold in the big picture, a lot of these new seeds you plant with community, with friends, with networking, whatever it might be, will start to sprout into, you'll see them sprouting and nurture them, take care of that area of life this month. And you could be quite, surprised in the short and long term in terms of what you cultivate, especially if you're working hard and taking that stuff seriously, which is Saturn. So that's going to be around the 11th, and this is where things sort of shift. Venus goes into Libra, where she's in much better position, which is your 10th house. So you could be connecting to people at work or with career. You could be expressing yourself in your work or career front quite nice. Venus naturally rules this 10th house of yours, so there is good energy and enjoyment to be had when it comes to those big picture plans and things in your life, which is good. That's from the 16th all the way into January. And then on the 19th in particular, Mercury does conjoin up to Pluto, which is that transformation in that 12th house, which is going to be an ongoing theme. Now, Mercury more specifically rules your routine and those expansive views, your philosophical outlooks, your life path. So your life path's changing, your routine's changing this month. So again, be open to that change, and you could find that maybe there is something calling you to get a little bit more of that meditative or present, approach to those daily things. On the 21st, the sun goes into Sagittarius, all right, so into your 12th house. You've got that illumination, you've got that awareness of the spiritual aspects of life, what's important to you on that deeper level. Getting that meditative stuff could help you gain energy, especially from the 21st onward. And it's really illuminating your unconscious, your subconscious for the next about 30 days from that. And then the full moon in Gemini on the 25th. This will be Christmas for those of you who celebrate Christmas. And this is all about the health, the diet, the routine. So for those of you who've over the past 6 months started a new routine, started a new regiment, new type of work, this could be the culminating point of that. And you're able to see that quite clearly now this later part of the month, being grateful for it, and then channeling what you're aware of about your routine and daily life into the other areas is a great way of working with this full moon. And then on the 25th as well, Uranus does go station direct in that 3rd house. So if you've been feeling like the communication stuff or the social stuff has been sort of in the back burner for about the past 6 months, a lot of that starts to move forward now with Uranus direct around the 25th. All right, Capricorn, so I hope you guys have a great month. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, let me know. Do stay tuned for the special that I'm running between now and the end of the holidays, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. All right, so it's that time of the year again for the holidays. I'm running a special this year. Get one reading for yourself for 2016 and gift that exact same reading to a friend or family member for the holidays. So whether it's a live phone or Skype session, whether it's a 1-hour recorded reading or a mini birth chart reading, you get that exact same reading you can gift out. So for more information on that, do click the link directly below. And I hope you guys have a fantastic holiday season. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe because I also do daily and weekly videos. And I'll see you all next time. Take care.